Welcome, King Jason. May the blessings of Apollo's light shine upon you. What can Pandora, a humble fortune teller and follower of the sun god, do for you?
What type of fortunes do you tell?
I ask a person questions about their relationships with their fellow man. Then I interpret their responses and align them with the constellations of the stars.
Let's see what fortune you can see.
A man's most difficult choices involve the relationships he has with others. Which of these relationships shall we explore first?
Duty to king and country. Let us speak of that.
You are a scout in a king's army. A neighboring kingdom threatens your border. A fragile treaty keeps the peace, and you have orders to honor it. On patrol, you spot a soldier from the opposing kingdom hurriedly racing back to his side of the border. From where he was on your side, you see a scratched pattern on the ground, a signal for an invading force. What do you do?
I would observe the marks the enemy soldier had made to interpret their exact intent. Only then would I decide my next course of action.
Your answer is guided by the constellation Pygmalion, the sculptor. Of what shall we speak of next?
Let's speak of my fellow men.
You are a shepherd. You suspect a neighbor who is neither kin nor friend of opening your gate and grazing his flocks on your land. This shepherd's pastures lie between yours and the great forest. The wolves have been emerging from the forest in force this year and have claimed many of his flock. The wolves have spared your sheep while they grow fat on his. What do you do?
I would confront the man and warn him not to trespass again, or face my wrath. He is neither friend nor kin. I owe him nothing.
I feel the sway of the constellation Lupus, the wolf, in your answer. Of what shall we speak of next?
Speak of friendship, the bonds between comrades.
You are a poor guard, as is your closest friend. You learn that someone has stolen the devotional offerings from the local temple. You discover it was your friend who did this. His wife is very sick and requires medicine he cannot afford. He offers to split the money with you if you keep his secret. A large reward and a likely promotion await you if you arrest him. What do you do?
I would accept the offer. He is my friend, after all, and we both are needy. Devotions are meant for the poor in any case, so I'd just save the temple acolytes the trouble of distributing it.
Here, I sense the stars of the constellation Centaurus, the centaur, in your response. Now we have only the matter of family to discuss. 2 suitors vie for your daughter's hand. One is a prince who will lift your entire family in stature and wealth, but your daughter doesn't love him. The other is a lowly farmer whose land is poor, but whose heart is rich with your daughter's love. If she marries the prince, there will be peace for 100 years, but she will live a short and unhappy life. If she marries the farmer, she will live long and happily, but the land will be plunged into brutal warfare. To whom do you give your blessing?
I would give my blessing to whomever my daughter chooses as her husband. I would trust in her judgment and support her happiness.
In this matter, your answer aligns with the constellation Pygmalion, the sculptor.
So, Pandora, what fortune do you read in my responses?
In fulfilling your duties, you believe that reason and sound thinking must be the basis of all decisions. If people disrespect you or do you harm, you do not take it lightly. Strangers are best dealt with at sword's length. Friends are valuable to you, for as they prosper, so do you. Together, friends can accomplish more than when they are apart. You would honor your family, and yet you would treat a stranger with equal respect and hospitality. Your dominant constellation is Pygmalion, the sculptor. Wherever your path leads, you will walk nobly, and you will learn from your journey. Your choices have shed much light on the man who stands before me. I hope you have found my humble fortune illuminating in some small way.
I did. Thank you. I must be going, Pandora. Be well.
Apollo bless you.
Again, Jason. Watch your form. Should I have Alcime show you?
Alcime? I'll do it.
He forgets I'm a daughter of Ares, Captain Idas.
How can I, when you so often remind me?
I think he's distracted. I wonder what's got his attention.
Perhaps he'll tell us.
All this talking, that's what.
He saved Elpis. That's what she said. King Jason, did you tell Agatha her husband's last words?
I did, Fotios.
And how did she react?
I don't know her well enough to say.
I should go see her myself.
Plunder, perhaps.
But then why kill the princess on her wedding, no less? I think they were sending a message to all of Greece. We must prepare for war.
Ione would not. I appreciate your confidence in me, King Jason. I will honor Isis' legacy.
I know you will.
If I could speak frankly, sir, I worry about the other two candidates, Myron and Platon. I can already tell they both resent me for having been chosen. They're good men, among our best, and I need them with me, and not against me.
A good leader knows his people. Go and speak with your rivals and nip this in the bud.
I'll speak with them and clear the air.
Idus was a regular once too. He became captain, but never lost his connection to the men.
Time for a spar, King Jason?
Perhaps later. I've some matters to see to. Continue on.
Plunder, perhaps.
But then why kill the...
King Jason, my family and I grieve for your loss.
I thank you.
Some of the other guests and I were discussing the reaction of Mycenae to this tragedy. Do you think Mycenae will seek revenge for the loss of their princess?
Mycenae must be told who was responsible. King Lycomedes is no friend to the Black Tongues.
You're right, of course. And yet, King Lycomedes is not known for his understanding. I'm curious, King Jason. Why was Alcime's father not present at the wedding?
He was occupied, mediating a treaty between neighboring islands. As king of Mycenae and a priest of Ares himself, his presence is enough to ensure peace between rivals.
I see. May Hera bless you.
Those Ionians must be mad to risk the wrath of Zeus.
They are barbarians who worship the old gods.
How can you be so cold? It's terrible enough what happened. Hera forbid I speak cruelly of that beautiful girl. And
Some of the new plantings may take some time to fill in.
you'd have King Lycomedes ask Jason for his daughter back? No. Life goes on. It all... Warden, sir. I'm so sorry.
Thank you. I'll leave you to your work.
In the ancestral crypts of IOLKOS. But they
They technically weren't yet married. Mycene
To risk the wrath of Zeus.
They are barbarians who worship the old gods. They don't even acknowledge Zeus.
Like I said... Those Ionians must be mad. To risk the wrath of Zeus.
Hail, sire.
Guard Patras, what troubles you?
Grief, my king, for your loss and for mine. My younger brother Timaeus was killed in the attack.
Timaeus was your brother? He leapt in front of me and took an assassin's arrow. He died in valor.
His ambition went beyond a noble death. Captain Idas had just promoted him to be the guard's standard bearer. And now this.
What of your father Mnason? You haven't told him?
I simply lack the words, King Jason. And the courage. I would rather face the gates of Tartarus than break this news to my father.
Your father deserves to know his son died in valor. If you can't tell him, I will. Guard Patras, see that the spear of the Yulkan standard bearer is sent to your father in honor of Timaeus' sacrifice.
Such an honor would no doubt ease his suffering. My thanks to you, King Jason. Please tell my father I'm sorry I couldn't save Timaeus.
Warden, sir, forgive us. We were speaking of matters that do not concern us.
What happened here concerns us all. You need not apologize. When we have certain knowledge of what took place, it will not be kept secret from the people.
You are as kind as you are wise, sir.
An odd coincidence they chose the wedding night.
All we must prepare for war.
To look westward for conquest.
So I thought.
It's unheard of. Attacking
Just a band of marauders. Ionian raiders trying to sack us.
I've already sent word to have 2 prized bulls offered up to Zeus.
Just 2? My people sacrificed 3 fatted bulls, 6 heifers, and a black mule.
Greetings.
I bear sad news, Manason. Your son Timaeus is dead.
Dead?
He lost his life in my defense. I did not know his name until your son Patras told me.
I see.
Your son had recently been chosen as our standard bearer. Did the guard deliver his spear? The spear upon which is borne the Yolkin standard.
Aye, it was sent down. Thought I was meant to hold it for Timaeus. My son, he was... Since he was a boy, it was the guard this, the guard that. All he ever wanted was to serve you. Though he no longer lives, that spear may still serve. Please, keep it in his name.
In Timaeus' name, I accept this spear. And let he receive the glory of the work it does.
You do my family honor. Should you see Patras again, tell him I know he did all he could.
I'll see that Patras comes to visit you himself.